we're starting off with some good music. Yeah. I can dig
Hello
it.
everyone, and welcome to this special jam-packed episode of Night City Wire. This is the place where we talk all things Cyberpunk 2077, or rather, all things Phantom Liberty. My name is Pavel Busha and I will be your host today, and we have a lot to go through, so let's get started. We've got gameplay, behind the scenes, music, and plenty of surprises along the way. Speaking of, let's kick things off with a world premiere of our brand new Phantom Liberty CGI trailer starring the one and only Idris Elba.
Heck yeah. So this is the world premiere. This is awesome. Cinematic trailer. So they did say CGI.
Trust me.
You know I do. So me, I'm right where you wanted me. Now tell me I'm out of this goddamn town.
Nobody on you. I just caught surveillance cams.
Adios, Night City.
Should be back in the homeland by 2 a.m.
Yeah. What about you? Get your ticket out yet?
I hear the government's sealing a deal.
I told you. You're the president's favorite. You're gonna walk out of this on a red carpet.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you deserve it. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you. You know what I'm thinking about right now?
You're not getting out of Night City that easy.
Taco stand back home. First thing I'm gonna do when I get off this train is head right there. I swear those quesadillas come to me in my dreams.
I like good quesadilla.
It sure sounds tasty.
Yeah. You were the one that took me there in the first place?
Yeah.
Something, mate.
I remember now.
Wow. Listen, when this is all over, you gotta take a break, you hear me? Tell me, do you copy?
What's about to go down? Oh, she's burning him. She's burning him.
We got a passenger and he's carrying. I think we might be compromised. Can you hack the trap?
Oh yeah, they just burned him.
Show me.
So he's gonna want revenge for that. 7 years later. Okay. All right.
So me, you want a pill? So me,
Excuse me, Madam President.
pill? It's going to be a long flight.
No, thank you.
Oh.
I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you.
Tasty, tasty, tasty. I've already pre-ordered. I'm good to go. I'm just waiting on the thing to kick in for my Series X. You don't gotta sell me anything.
What a cliffhanger. Everything you saw in the trailer happened 7 years before Phantom Liberty begins. So there's definitely a lot more story to discover in the expansion. Now we're gonna hear from Idris Elba himself to talk more about the trailer and how he brought Solomon Reed to life.
Hi, I'm Idris Elba, and I play Secret Agent Solomon Reed in Phantom Liberty, the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, looks good.
is a professional, someone that's lived many lives. He's basically a sort of secret agent that has worked in Night City for a long time and has been a special ops operator and, you know, basically has kept his head down until now. And when he comes back in a major way. I mean, he's a pivotal character. You learn a lot about the story through Reed, and actually meeting Reed is like, you know, it can either go one way or the other.
Treason ain't ever black and white.
It's a charade, V.
Obviously, you know, with a spy character like Solomon Reed, you don't know much about him. You know what maybe he's capable of, but can you trust him or not? A spy story will make you think one thing, and actually you should be paying attention to something else. Every now and again, in the storyline, you actually get some nuggets of who Solomon Reed is, and he's reluctant. You know, he doesn't really like to just open up and say it.
Well, he's been in hiding for
his
7
personal
years.
side is
Makes
definitely
sense.
one that's filled with torment, betrayal, trauma, but at the center of his personal life is his work. Like, he really loves his job. He's a very, very dedicated agent, and you get to know that as you play with this character. So in this shot, I think Reed is thinking about all the things he's done as an agent, as someone that has dedicated his life, and now he's about to walk away. And it's symbolized in this huge leap that he's about to make. It's also a leap into his freedom. So what I love about Cyberpunk, you know, is the technology. The tech is mad. Solomon's right here. He's done. He's on the train. He's about to chill. He's leaving. And also he has the one person that he trusts to help him make that escape. He's not thinking that anyone could have infiltrated him. No one even saw him get on the train. He jumped from the sky. So he's feeling really good. For anyone who's really looking at this frame, there's a big Easter egg. Look for it. It's there. It's in the frame, but it's a big Easter egg. That's all I'm saying.
What about you? Get your ticket out yet?
So me.
I hear the government's sealing a deal.
I remember shooting this, and you sit in these sort of like pajamas, basically, with all this stuff all over you, and you got a big sort of camera thing rig on your face. You've got to really get into the imagination of your character. And I remember shooting this, and it's incredible, man. Now look at the detailing on the animation. Obviously, I was there, so I'm acting, but to see it come to life like this is bonkers.
Taco stand back home. First thing I'm gonna do when I get off this train is head right there. I swear those quesadillas come to me in my dreams.
It sure sounds tasty.
Hey, no
Reed
worries,
and
Robert,
Somi
man.
Relationships are
Yard
really
work is necessary.
Big thing to unpack. It's really good. I can tell you that, you know, Solomon Reed and Somi have. a
Bubble
special
says, I'm sure
bond.
he'd rather watch this with Grandpa than doing
Somi
yard work.
is his protege. He trained her to some degree. He's one that looked out for her. And all I can say is that he trusts her. This is the moment. That's the beginning of the section where it starts to literally crumble for their friendship. Super tense moment there. And this is for Somi, this moment of, you know, do I, don't I? Do I betray a friend? Someone's like a father. She's under incredible pressure that we don't realize. It's either her or him.
Yeah, betray.
Well, I wonder what her motivations are and the reasons for
That's why
burning
I love
him.
this moment when he touches the door and he's like, Somi? He knows immediately he's been made. He's dead. There is a moment of remorse and a moment of sort of regret, I guess, feeling a bit betrayed from Somi, but that's not what he's thinking about right now. What he's thinking about is like, okay, how do I try and up my odds here and get out?
7 years later.
This is the moment that you actually realize that Somi is just a different person. You know what I mean? Like, she's a lot more harsh looking, colder in the eyes.
And she's more robotic
So me,
here.
You want a pill? So me.
Excuse me, Madam President.
Now she
Hello?
works for the president,
It's going to be a long flight.
No.
but the plane just got shot down.
I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you.
Now that is a good trailer.
Get your ammo, assault rifles, tactical gear.
Dogtown is, I guess, the most deadly place in Night City. It's a district ruled by militia. It's also sort of like a labyrinth of crumbling infrastructure. And by the way, the scale of Dogtown is
I can't
incredible.
wait.
You know, as a storyteller,
It's gonna be fun.
It's just an amazing canvas. Because it's open world, I mean, you can
I'm like
pretty much go anywhere, and
99%
it's
sure I'm
just
going
like
corpo background this time.
incredible. And the
I'm
writing
pretty
in
sure I'm going to
this
go like a
expansion
netrunner
is really, really good,
hacker
especially
primarily
around
with a little bit of
Zombie.
stealth in the
You know, 'cause
background.
it's a big storyline and it's really well dialogued. He's a really big character. It's really complex to play, actually. This is the first major game I've done as a voice major, and it was an easy yes for me because I'm a big fan of CD Projekt from the
Oh yeah,
Witcher
you saw
games and
Keanu doing it
Cyberpunk. What I
and
really liked
20
about it
million
is the fact
sales.
that it's so big
You'd be
and a
stupid
real
not to
character
do it.
Study. And it was a challenge for me, I'm not gonna lie, but in terms of the voice, I have to have the spectrum of emotions in the way I speak, in the way he answers. The whole experience was definitely like a learning curve. And I can say I've done it, and I've done it, you know, in a really phenomenal game.
Dogtown. Burn it to the ground is what we'll do. It's a simple choice. Them or us.
Oh, run away from that big laser
Peace
beast.
comes at a price. Someone's always got to pay.
Din, 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 din. My body is ready.
Awesome stuff. Seeing Idris Elba in action and talking about his character really makes me want to get to know him more in the game. But new characters aren't the only addition to Phantom Liberty. Music has always been a vital part of our games and the stories we tell. We've created a brand new score for Phantom Liberty,
Nice.
and right now we'll hear from senior composer P.T. Adamczyk and composer Jacek Paczorkowski to discuss creating music for a spy thriller.
Sweet.
We'll also hear more about the new radio stations coming to the game, featuring all new tracks from artists from all around the world. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Pavel.
Hi, Pavel. How
Good
are
to be
you?
here.
I'm great. It's awesome to have you guys here in the studio, and I want to know everything about Phantom Liberty and its score. So
I love
tell me,
the
like, what's
studio
going on here?
space
Like,
they've
what are the
got here. This is
inspirations?
really nice.
What type of music can we expect, and how does it fit into Cyberpunk 2077?
Can definitely expect more cyberpunk vibe. Although we spiced it up a little bit more with spy thriller themes throughout the project. We wanted to make players feel like they're secret agents behind the enemy lines, give them the gravity of the situation and also the danger that V is in during their mission. The most influential part, I think, is the new characters that are introduced in the expansion.
Yes, because you know it's a CDPR game and characters make the story. Apart from the spy thriller thing, there's obviously a very deep emotional and very human story that we're trying to tell. And this time, the main relationship between Songbird and Reed is sort of what we're focusing on musically. It's also, you know, what is the principal theme musically in this expansion. Everything basically like it's always in CDPR games, you know, many different layers, but at the heart of it is a touching story.
I'm happy that you mentioned that characters are very important.
Yeah, I'd love one of those
I
chairs
always
too,
treat like
Robert.
characters being the catalyst of the story itself. But we're known for our storytelling. There's a lot of things going on, and music kind of needs to play into that in order to have you know, certain emotions come out of players. How difficult is it to like marry all these things together?
Well, it's definitely challenging. You know, it was challenging in the base game, and because right now we were so focused on the story of the triangle between Reed, Songbird, and V, that you know we were able to put even more detail into the sort of musical
God, that
storytelling
backdrop
of
looks
the-
amazing
for this
right
expansion. So it was definitely difficult, but I think also very rewarding, and I hope it's going to be really enjoyable for the players as well.
It is something that I look for when you know, playing a game, kind of seeing how the music affects me. And in some games, it's I think one of the most prominent things. And I also know our community has always been saying that, you know, when it comes to music, like you guys always nail it and bring, you know, a game always.
That's very kind.
You have something to add to that? Well, to me, it was actually relatively easy because I came on board only about a year ago. So the sound, even for the expansion, was already established. So I needed to fit within a spectrum that was created by PT and Marcin. Also, added something for myself, did some gritty synths of my own.
So we know we have the basics more or less. Of course, I know that after talking to you guys right now, I really want to listen to it. So question is, when can I listen to it, and when can the people watching listen to the score?
So I guess we have some good news to share. Our original score for Phantom Liberty is out right now on all streaming services.
Nice.
Awesome. That's amazing. That's the news I wanted to get. So that's one part of it. And now I feel like we should transition and talk about 3 new radio stations that we have. So we have Darkstar Radio, we have Impulse, and Growl FM. So these are 3 new radio stations that are coming to the game, and let's dive into them and tell me.
The question I have is,
what we
can
can
I
expect,
use these
and I'll
radio
let you guys
stations when
to
I'm
start with
streaming?
the
Because
one
that was
you
one of
wanna
the big
start,
things when
and
you
then
played the
we'll move through
game
list.
originally, is you had to turn
Well,
off.
Darkstar,
If you're streaming,
comes first to
you
my
can get with
mind
copyright
because
stuff.
I'm into those moody, dark tracks. We wanted to create a station that combines music from around the world. So think of it as a world music of dark dystopian future. Obviously, when you have artists from around the world like Kenya, Uganda, Poland, America, they would interpret their visions differently. Even though it has got that commonality, it is actually a quite various station. I think the
I love
highlight
first-person
of it
view
is
in some of the
also
cars
there
in
are
this
2
game.
tracks by Idris Elba himself.
Oh, Idris did
Okay.
some songs
Is
on the
he
soundtrack.
DJing
Yeah.
there, or is he like rapping maybe? Like what is he doing there?
He is rapping and he produced those tracks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we're
A lot of people don't know that about
thrilled
Idris
to have
Elba.
them.
He is
I think they
he does
fit
have a
perfectly,
songwriting career and a
both
DJ
in the
career.
cyberpunk context and as well with the Darkstar Radio.
Is that the only radio station that he had influence over, or are there any other tracks that he kind of dabbled into? Maybe some DJing from him? I know he's known for that.
Yes, I mean, that's one of the, again, great news is that we have him as a DJ. Impulse Radio is basically his DJ set, put together from unreleased tracks.
Nice.
So
That's kinda
if you
cool.
like listening to modern electronic music, club music, you can put Impulse Station on in one of your cars in Night City and just enjoy Idris's DJ set.
It must be also
That's pretty
interesting
cool.
because you guys are working with different artists, like you mentioned, from
It's
different
kinda
parts
cool
of
when
the
you
world,
see
and
other
also
artists get
mixing
to
all
put
these
their
things
influence into
together,
things
but
like
still trying to keep that
Keanu had a big
vibe
influence
of
on the
Cyberpunk in
motorcycles
it.
of this game because
Is
of
it like,
Arc.
from your
and
perspective, was it
Seen
very
Idris
hard,
have a
or
lot
is
of
it
stuff to
something
do
that
because of
you
his
go
DJ
to someone and say
background.
like,
That's cool.
okay, this is our overall mood, this is kind of what we're trying to achieve, but then you give people free reign to do whatever they want and what they're kind of known for.
We basically try to get them free reign, and we try to direct them very carefully. We want them to be great and to give us tracks that they love and the community will love. We don't want to be micromanagerial when it comes down to people creating music. We don't believe that this is the right way to do it. So with Idris Elba, with all the other artists that we worked on, it was here's the brief. It has to fit into the cyberpunk world context that we created, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. So that leaves us with Growl FM as the last radio station, and I know this one also is a special one. So let's talk about it.
Everything is very unique. No 2 tracks are alike, and we're really happy. We were very proud of this station. We're really also very proud of the community.
Yeah.
So shout outs to the community.
It's incredible, but it must be also very difficult to take all these things and kind of, okay, does this fit into Cyberpunk? Will this be something that a player will enjoy? But I kind of feel that in a sense, yes, because there are people who kind of like to pretty much like branch out and listen to different things on one radio station instead of having a radio station that focuses only on one genre.
The uniqueness was key, really. Obviously, the craft had to be there, and the general vibe of Cyberpunk had to be, maintained within those tracks. However, there were a lot of tracks that either Martin or I, we would never come up with them, So a lot of those entries were really surprising, but we felt that, Night City is an eclectic world. It's a world of a distant future, maybe not so distant future, but still futuristic.
Yeah.
So, it can be a melting pot of many different things.
I don't think it's good that they gave these guys the creative reign to do that and put a lot of focus on the music, because way too many games just are like, it's just music.
To what we already have in the radio. And you know, I think all the artists that are on Growl FM nailed it.
Thank you guys for joining me and talking about this, because like I mentioned previously, and I'll mention it again, music for me is very important in games, and I think like you both and Marcin also have done a tremendous job in order to bring Night City to life, and also with the artists that you guys collaborated with, they all fit the bill. They enhance the gaming experience, so awesome stuff.
Music is also very important to us.
I can tell, because you guys can talk about it for days. Thank you for joining me once again.
Thank you, Pavaru.
Thanks for the invitation.
That's some great info about some great tunes. We've heard a bit about Growl FM already, but we want to share even more about this completely new radio station that has been created by you guys, the community. Here's a quick glimpse into a documentary about how the station came to be.
Music. Okay, so maybe we should do a radio station.
Underground broadcast. You didn't hear that in Night City in the base game.
Do people still believe? We just have to take part. The game has a lot of action.
This helped us a lot.
Your name is gonna be immortalized forever.
You know, music can be a legitimate pursuit.
I know that Cyberpunk is built
Yeah,
on a
Babylonia,
universe
for
with
sure.
a lot of tech.
It's interesting, it's very fun.
You live on the streets and you dream of a big life.
That car looked amazing, by the way.
how far we could go with it.
Congratulations, you've won. You need to feel that music punches you in the teeth, takes your money and walks away.
Like K-pop, like hip-hop, even pop music. It was pretty nice. Ideas keep coming.
Hundreds of hours.
So that was a bit of a challenge.
And I'm really excited to meet the artists behind the music in Growl FM podcast.
It's always amazing to see the awesome work of our community, and we can't wait to share the full documentary when it airs on September 18th.
Oh, that's nice.
Stay tuned to our social media channels for more info.
That's 4 days from here.
Moving on to our last music
I'll cover that
announcement.
documentary.
Every good spy thriller needs a theme song, and we're super excited that chart-topping Polish singer-songwriter Dawid Podsiadło has a brand new original song featured in the game titled Phantom Liberty. Here's a teaser with some behind the scenes of how it was recorded.
Hello everyone, my name is Dawid Podsiadło. I'm a Polish musician, and today we're at the studio and we are recording a song for the Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty.
As a piano player for like 15 years or so, I do miss it sometimes, but I was also a drummer for about 4 years. That was years and years and years ago. I don't think I've touched an instrument since I was in my early 20s. I have a deep fascination with songwriting.
Play the game,
so
listen
cool.
to the song, and I hope you're gonna fucking cry.
Oh, we're going James Bond style. Oh, we're like going James Bond theme, like major opening song. That's awesome.
After music, let's turn to gameplay. I'm here with game director Gabe Amatangelo to talk about some of the amazing new gameplay personalization possibilities we've created as part of Update 2.0 and Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, this is what a lot of people
Gabe,
are waiting for,
hello
2.0
once again.
stuff.
Pavel Burza. I recently learned that in English, Burza means storm.
Exactly.
So your name is Paul Storm.
It sounds better in English when you say it, like Paul Storm and Pavel Burza.
It sounds bad. It sounds like a superhero. It sounds like you're Thor's cousin.
I wish. I wish.
Thor comes into the battle, does a single target damage. Paul Storm shows up, starts doing AoE damage.
Perfect start to the segment that we have, because we're
Single
talking about
target
gameplay.
AoE.
Yeah.
Combat. Let's talk about it.
Combat has changed a lot, but also character customization has changed in terms of the new perks and all that stuff, and we're here to unpack it. So I know you talked about this already, but give us a general feel of what we can expect in terms of the changes coming with 2.0 and Phantom Liberty.
Sure, and like you're saying, there's so much. So I'd like to start with kind of just saying the spirit of it and what was the drive behind it. We want it to, because there's so much potential in the Cyberpunk IP, and when you think about the dark future,
look at that
and
tsunami.
cyberware, there's different kind of like super soldier or super merc kind of fantasies you have in your mind. And we wanted players to be able to realize that and play it and feel it. And so we've basically changed the perks around. Like, I mean, there's stat increases and stuff like that, which is always fun in progression, you know, getting incrementally more powerful, but we really focus it on the actions, the things you can do, right? And so we've added a suite of things you can do that tie into different themes, and then of course players can mix and match and come up with their own unique styles.
Yeah, that's really cool, and I like the customization part of it. That, you know, there are some things that we can do in terms of, like, we'll actually show some options in terms of what you can build, and we have the help of designers to guide us through it. But you can actually do like a mixture of a assassin type ninja, or a character that is more like Hulk smash, I want to go in and destroy stuff, or a stealthy netrunner that has like these you know, quick hacks and stuff like that. There's so many cool things back here. It's
you can be a stealthy netrunner, you can be just like a direct, you know, going out there and just like wrecking stuff, blowing up machines and stuff, netrunner, hacking stuff.
I think that's why I'm going netrunner this run
as well. And we're going to talk more about players being able to explore the nuance later.
Exactly.
Okay.
One other thing in terms of like general stuff, something that is kind of general, but it's new, and it's not very general, but it's interesting, is the Relic skill tree. Something that we unlock through the story, and what does it bring in terms of gameplay?
So the Relic, as you said, tied into the Phantom Liberty story, and it's towards the beginning. It's within the first few minutes, so this isn't spoiling anything. And you've seen in the trailer, if you've watched the trailers, Somi reaches out to you through the Relic. They're in a dire situation. It's the only way she can get to you. And to kind of show you she's the real deal and she can help you, she says, here's kind of a taste. I'm going to kind of clear out some of the bad data in the Relic, and I'm gonna set it up such that your cyberware can utilize it. And so the theme of it is that it kind of both enhances your cyberware as well as able to kind of scan and exploit other people's cyberware. So it's kind of a cyberware theme to it.
It's crazy, crazy. It also shows you how powerful she is as a character, but that's like a whole different story arc that we could get into, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to spoil anything, but that itself is incredible. So maybe what we should do right now is we should see the possible builds that we have. And I know we have 3. We have something that is a super strong solo. We have something that is like a more ninja type fast solo. And we have a netrunner. And we have the help of our fellow gameplay designers who will actually guide us.
I want to see the netrunner.
Yeah, let's
That's
take a
what I'm
look.
excited about. Build overviews.
I'm Karol Mateasik, lead gameplay designer, and my favorite build is what I like to call a bullet time ninja. Speed is of the essence for both defense and offense, which is why dash and air dash are perfect to get close to enemies without taking any damage. I like to bring a katana to a gunfight, and it goes great with a new perk that lets you deflect bullets and even send them flying back at enemies.
What?
If you're running low on health, you can also perform a finisher on low health enemy for a quick boost. But this playstyle isn't only about blades. You can combine 3 great perks, Stun Jog, Air Dash and Air Kerenzikov, to leap off motorcycles and rain down bullets from the sky in slow motion. The new Jailbreak ability from Phantom Liberty unleashes the full power of your Mantis blades. After finishing or dismembering an enemy, you can perform a really long leap to deal devastating damage. Great for getting rid of those hard-to-reach targets like snipers and netrunners.
That does look pretty dope.
With this build, your enemies won't know what hit them.
Awesome.
Bullet time ninja.
Yes.
That's so cool. Like, you're moving, they can't even see you. You're just jumping in, mantis blade, katana, like going crazy, going ham on them.
Two favorite parts. I love the dash to the person in the guard tower or whatever.
Yeah, so high up.
Yeah. That was fun. But my favorite part was I like to bring a katana blade to a gunfight. Well done, Karol. That was good.
Yeah, it really showcases this build. This has actually been one of my favorite ones when I was playing Phantom Liberty. And with all the gameplay changes, like this one, I feel like is kind of my go-to. Which my previous go-to was kind of like a stronger solo, but we'll have that as the last video. But now I think we should jump into the netrunner.
Yeah,
this is what I'm interested in, because this is what I think I want to play.
Hi, I'm Yulia Primak, a gameplay designer at CD Projekt Red, and I love playing as hack-and-slash netrunner. The best part of being a netrunner is, of course, the hacking, and now it's more powerful than ever.
Oh!
With a new quick hack queue, you can stack up to 4 hacks on a single enemy and play around with some devastating combos
hell
like
yeah.
Contagion and Overhit. It's pretty deadly.
Oh,
With
I'm gonna love
Overclock,
it.
you can gain an extra edge by sacrificing your health to cast hacks with almost no limit.
Oh,
With
this is just
update
confirming my
2.0,
decision to go Netrunner.
Netrunners can even take over cars,
What?
transforming vehicles into ticking time bombs. Once you're up close, it's time to whip out the monowire. With the Relic skill tree from Phantom Liberty, you can power it up even more. Now Netrunners can combine physical damage and upload control hacks onto enemies. I can't wait for everyone to try it out.
I still think I prefer a rifle or something as opposed to mono wire.
Hack and slash Netrunner, wow, lots of action. We kind of know Netrunners to be a little bit stealthy, kind of behind the scenes doing stuff. We have a little bit of that, but still, yet
Yeah, I went
they seem to
pistols
now
my
go in
first
and get
run.
dirty.
Yeah, they can do both. They can do both. But I love to point out the play on words hack and slash. We love these catchphrases here. This was good. I love it. Yes, the Netrunner. That's sort of one version of playing it, kind of doing the damage, via blowing up cars, remote controlling it, getting in there with your nanowire. You can even like spread hacks with it. You can also get some of the memory back and drain. But yeah, you can go stealth to where it's kind of like there's like kind of a game in the network of like as you start doing hacks, like an enemy netrunner might be like someone's in the network, right? And there's a bunch of different abilities to kind of like suppress that kind of discovery, and so there's that kind of netrunner combat that's going on there behind
You're
the
selling
scenes
me on
while
it even
everyone's,
more.
like, stealth.
Corpo
And so that's
netrunner
another
with
way.
a
So that's
cool
another-
stealth background.
There's so many different ways. Basically, the whole like pattern and beat and rhythm of net running has changed.
Yeah, my favorite part is when the car crashes into everything and just blows up.
It was a good
Just
combo.
hot.
It was a good combo. She did both hacks there, which was the controlling it, and then of course put on the detonate one that had a timer and
Exactly.
cool
Perfect.
combos.
Perfect. Cool stuff.
Really cool stuff.
And now we have the last
Looks
one.
like
So
Gary
the last
Sinise.
one will be a strong solo build.
Lieutenant
let's
Dan!
check it out.
Hi, I'm Filip Dovnar, lead gameplay designer, and I like to come and swing. So my favorite build is the Savage Slugger Solo.
I'll be right back. I'm not a big melee
Getting
fan.
up close for
I got
combat
bio.
is really crucial for this build. The Wrecking Ball perk lets you knock down multiple.
Quick commercial break, everyone, to give a shout out to our first official guild officer, Bubbalonia, as well as all of the guild champions, and of course, all of the members who help keep me on the air full time. To join as a member, simply click that join button below and pick your tier, but you can also support with SuperChats on any live stream or premiere, or SuperThanks on any upload or YouTube short. Don't forget the Discord. Let's get back to the video.
Enemies, all while closing the gap and putting you in the zone for some sweet, sweet annihilation. Another great option is Quake. For some extra flair, you can combine with Air Dash and drop in from above and throw everyone around you to the ground. When I'm using shotguns, I like to use the Obliterate perk for maximum carnage. And once I'm in range, it's time to take out the big guns. We've got the new finishers that let you grab enemies and throw them during fights. Great for controlling the battlefield. On top of that, you can supercharge the gorilla arms using the new Phantom Liberty relic tree that will let you send your enemies to the moon. With this build, you'll be unstoppable.
Mayhem.
The throw at the end.
Yeah, the Savage Slugger Solo. That's
3 times fast.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like throwing people, like at the end, it's just like, woo! But it just flies.
yeah. I mean, certainly, like, the animals in that faction is like an inspiration for it. And obviously also Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator, just like you got that heavy machine gun, and you can just take the bullets and the stuff, and there's all the kind of like mitigation and absorbing damage and the kind of like taking that to fuel you to go back in there.
I won't do
also with the
melee
hammer,
Ox one. I'll probably go tech rifle because I like being able to have the tracking bullets.
You can actually go up and close and have some quick interaction, but also you're able to like
silencers
hold
and
these
stuff.
big weapons, and even though they make you a little bit slower, you're still able to kind of sponge the bullets on you and still go in like crazy and then just throw people.
A lot of damage mitigation, and you can resist stuns and stuff like that. It's all about because if you're like the fast solo, you get hit, it's gonna hurt and it's gonna knock you silly, right? But there you can just keep barreling in. And then I love the montage of the claps, the finishes. That was fun.
But yeah, Gabe, I mean, that's it for our segment. I'm super excited to have you once again here in the studio. Thank you for sharing all your information. Also, thank you to all the gameplay designers who actually showcased the builds, because those were really, really awesome.
Yeah, and thank you for everyone watching and the players.
As you can see, we have many new ways to play and many new ways to cause chaos in Night City. And that means consequences. Let's take a look at what it looks like to come face to face with Night City's toughest armed forces, MaxStack.
MaxStack, baby. Don't fuck with these guys.
Target is Omega class. I repeat, Omega class target at large. MaxStack is en route.
Oh, here they come.
MaxStack in position, eyes on target.
Oh! September 21st is what they just showed on that date.
It's official. Update 2.0 will release on September 21st for free for anyone who owns Cyberpunk 2077
There it is.
on
That's
Xbox
the announcement.
Series X, S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
That's what we were looking
just
for.
1 week away. And if you want a taste of what's it like to build a new character with the redesigned perk system before then, we have a cool surprise for you. Right now, you can create your own build and experiment with all the new perks, including Phantom Liberty's Relic skill tree, with our build planner. Head to the build planner website now to see what kinds of builds you come up with before the launch of the update and the expansion. That's all we got for this Night City Wire special. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're excited to play Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty when it launches on September 26th. We'll see you then in Dogtown.
So cool, everybody. I can dig it. September 21st. So we'll go back to that screen capture real quick if we can. Turn that volume down there. Let's get that's what we're looking for right there. That is going to be our screenshot. We'll go ahead and get this into I'm getting my screenshot here, everybody, before we go. And that's it right there. All right, cool. Well, that was awesome, everybody. We're going to be going from here, and let's get that back into full screen. I don't need to see all that chat. There we go. So September 21st is the update 2.0 that we're looking for, which is when in the grand scheme of things. I haven't looked at my calendar yet. That is next Thursday, so a week from today. So it looks like I'll be starting my playthrough next Thursday. That's what I'm going to be planning on starting my playthrough for the game. So I'm going to go away from here, and I've got to create some content around what we just watched today and get this out to everybody. If you watched this live, thank you so much for being here as we did a live reaction to the Nightwire Phantom Liberty premiere special here. I'm going to get this out as a condensed version. Those of you here for the live, we obviously hung out for 40 minutes beforehand. I'm going to get that snipped out. We're going to go straight from the trailer and cover this whole thing. And then, of course, I'm going to cut some more videos and talk about my plans for Cyberpunk launch, because now, since Update 2.0 is coming prior, a few days prior, I'll definitely be starting my playthrough before that and spending next weekend in Night City with all of you on the live streams. So, Oxhorn says, nice, I have the 21st off. Can't wait. Rubbleina says, big fun times. Heck yeah. All right. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, everybody. Join as a member to get free member videos and access to the member-only live streams that happen on the weekends. There is no additional stream today. I'm not going to be doing a Baldur's Gate 3 stream. This was the stream for today. I'm going to go away and create a bunch of content around this event, get that out over the next couple of days. I will be back tomorrow streaming again at normal start time. We'll do Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow, and then Saturday we've got 2 streams, Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield, and then we'll see what Sunday holds for us. In the meantime, I'm going to get cracking here and get some videos cut and edited. See everybody on the flip side.